Hey, Healthy Habiteers, thank you for joining. If you are not on Facebook, I encourage you to check it out and search Healthy Habiteers. Jump on in. It's a free public group, and everyone is so supportive and engaged, and we work together to just stay accountable, so you won't regret it. So jump on in. The topic for today is going to incorporate a lot of the themes that we have been discussing in the group, and it is about personal control. So I just have two questions for you. If you're a writer, you like to write things down, which I encourage, that's great. And if not, if you just want to think about it mentally, that's fine too. The first question is major stressors. So I would like you to kind of delineate and maybe write down what the major stressors are in your life. Hit pause, jump back in for question number 2, which is what am I in control of in my life? So we're going to dive into these things. I took the liberty of writing this all down and just kind of fast forwarding through some of my responses. So what am I in control of is what I want to focus on. So right off the bat, I'm in control of what I'm eating, the food I'm putting in my body, and also just bringing curiosity to the types of food that I'm grabbing when I'm stressed, such as like fatty food and sugary food. And it's not to beat yourself up about it, but just, again, being curious about that and trying to understand your eating behaviors around certain foods. Okay, so the next thing is mind. You are in control of your thoughts. And I know that's not rocket science, but you can actually quickly lose control of your thoughts very easily. And so that's what I want to just touch upon for just a second. On the Facebook group, one of the weekly challenges was to work on not comparing yourself to other people, which I'm very guilty of doing. It's very easy to compare yourself to someone else, have those thoughts, and lose control of those thoughts like a runaway train, and they just kind of go down this path, a self-destructive path. Then you get to the end, and it's really hard to kind of reel yourself back and maintain good self-esteem and confidence. What works for me is trying to be introspective of those thoughts and identify the trigger right away. So for the comparison example, if I start to have thoughts because I'm on social media and I'm seeing postings of these people who look fabulous, let's say, right away I'm recognizing that, okay, this is a comparison thought, and I know that this has the potential that I can lose control of and it can just take off. So I'm going to stop it, and what I do is I get rid of the debate in my head about whether I'm going to think about it or not think about it. And I love food, so I always come back to food and just distract myself with what I'm going to eat. What am I going to have for dinner or lunch or whatever, to break the cycle and to regain control of my thoughts. So that's that. Oh, the other thing that I think is really good about your mindset and your being in control of what you think, I encourage you to go onto the blog because a fellow Healthy Habiteer wrote a phenomenal guest post, and one of the things that they talked about was the fact that you cannot control what other people think about you or the reputation that they have for you. So oftentimes I spend a lot of energy worrying about what other people think, and at the end of the day, how much control do you really have over it? Something as simple as that, and reading that in that context, make you realize you're right. How seriously am I taking myself? How seriously am I taking life? And just, well, it is what it is. Life moves on, and there's nothing I can do about it, which is a very freeing feeling. Eating, mindfulness, and behavior. So not only do we control the food that we eat, what we think, we also control how we translate that into the words that we say or how we act, which can be really hard, okay? So in case you have a conflict with another person, or like I like to say, an opportunity to communicate, sometimes we can get caught into this cycle of not being in control of our behavior, and just for the principle of having a discussion or an argument, rebuttaling one after the next, like ping pong, like tennis, back and forth. Sometimes that's a hard thing to control and to break. I find it helpful just to take a time out, regroup, get some distance or some time to really respectfully, actively listen to their side. And the best time to do that is when they're not there. This was a Friday challenge on the Facebook group to give someone the benefit of active listening and to respectfully see their side, especially when it's very polar opposite to you. So you can learn a lot from that. So those 3 things are some of the things that I think were worth highlighting from the personal control standpoint. And recognizing that you're going to have stressful dodgeballs hitting you at all times. I have a blog post and a video about dodgeballs that I encourage you to watch and read. You are in control of your own behavior as well. So when you have these stressors in your life and you're verbalizing them, this was also a mini challenge on Facebook. If you verbalize something 3 times, the same thing 3 times, you have to act on that. You have to take control of your behavior and act on that and keep yourself accountable. If you continue to repeat those things, then you escalate that action. And the intention of this is just so that you can regain control of your life. And call to action. So listen, guys, thanks for listening. I wanted to try and keep these videos short. Follow on Facebook. Like I said, the group is Healthy Habiteer. The blog is thehealthyhabiteer.com, and leave some comments, and I appreciate your time listening to this and watching this. Have a great one.